Karolina, recently we see a lot of YouTubers here. They're talking about how incredible is Poland, how amazing to live here, how safe is here. And the flip side of the coin, we have a lot of Polish people saying, stop advertising Poland. We don't want to be like France. We don't want to be like Sweden or Germany. And it seems like this fear is deeply rooted. What do you think is behind this sentiment?
I don't think it's the fear. I think it's the history that taught us the lessons. You know, I told this numerous of times. You have to look at the history because you have all the answers there. So when we had a huge migration, so there was a time when we were a multicultural country. Right. So a lot of people believe that back in the day, in the 18th century, we collapsed as a country and we disappeared from the maps of Europe because we were so multicultural and so diverse. There were a lot of Jewish people living here. There were a lot of Ukrainians, a lot of Russians, Lithuanians. So they truly believe that was the reason behind our failure. And when you look at the data, when you look at the history, you see that Poland back in 17th century was the biggest country in the whole Europe. We were literally like France or Germany nowadays. But it was not the migrants who caused us to collapse. It was the international issues based on policies, on politics, and unfortunately also on the rich houses and lack of consistency in setting the boundaries, right? So if something is not working, stop doing this. No, we continued to follow the wrongful law. We continued to follow the wrongful people. And at the end of the day, for 123 years, we disappeared from the world. And that is by far the biggest tragedy of Poland, apart from the Second World War, of course. But, you know, as a Pole, when I think about the time when we were so big, and I read those books about Poland being an example for the world, the first country in Europe to set up a constitution, one of the first to follow up the women's rights. And then when I read about this tragedy of 18th century, I really feel like it is still an open wound. And a lot of people nowadays, they perceive the world as 0 or 1. So you either have migrants, no migrants. You either all multicultural or you're homogenic. That's why I do this show with you, because I want to show that diversity in a common sense way is the best. Look, you came to Poland 14 years ago. You're paying your taxes. You're a good citizen. You're bringing so much input to this country because, look, you're doing the show about Poland. I would never come up with the idea to make a show about Poland because I'm a Pole, you know, I know the country. What is the point of talking about Poland? But you've seen something that we don't see as Polish people, that we are indeed an absolutely amazing people.
I can confirm that. So let me bounce on a very interesting point you said. You said too much migration is an overkill, too little migration is also bad. So what did you mean exactly? Did you mean like controlled immigration?
Yeah, of course. Well, when you see the case of Australia, they were selecting the migrants. So they chose the ones who were educated. They chose the one that there was a desire on the market for. Of course. Well, if you invite people to your home, do you invite whoever or do you choose who do you invite? Right?
True.
So you invite only true friends, only people who has no bad intentions. And that's why we talked about Dominik Tarczyński, who is the Mr. Zero, right? He said 0 illegal migrants. And what he said was so basic, but so truthful at the same time, because he said, we say no to people who break the law.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you the story, because this is crazy. So
let's hear it.
The Polish government and the prosecutor office has issued a court case against people who were helping on the Belarusian border for the refugees from Syria, from North Africa, from Middle East, the war zones, right? And the same government, when it was in opposition back in the day, 4 years ago, He was cheering people to go to the border and help those refugees. And now they're sentencing them for being a good Christian. Do you see any logic in this? No, because politics has no logic. The only thing they want is to manipulate you. So when it's on their favor, they're telling you, go to the border, help these poor people, be a Christian. But then when they're in charge, they're like, now let's meet in the court because you guys broke the law. I always ask this question, do we lost our mind or the people out there? So people initially, they were cheered to help others, and now they're being punished for this. The same political environment is saying, go for it, go to jail for it. Wow. So Polish people are all so confused. That's why we are on this mission to show that, look, you're Moroccan. Are you a terrorist? Are you stealing people?
I hope not.
Are you harming people? Are you a sexual predator? No. Because the color of your skin and your nationality doesn't define your character. We are the ones who shaped each other. Our environment, education system, our parents, this is the case, not the nationality. So in Germany, oh my God, we still hear the stereotype. Oh, Poles are the one who steal cars.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And
So
when I
stupid.
hear this and I'm like, guys, I have better car than you, right? Like, I don't need your car. It's so offensive. But I know what is behind this. They just want to feel superior. So the need of being xenophobic or racist is the need of making yourself feel better because you have probably low esteem, right? So
But they also
do what you're doing.
They
Stay in Poland, please.
So again, just observing what is going on the YouTube culture, let's say, or even on these videos we share on Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah.
There is always two camps, the proud Polish people saying, this is incredible, this is amazing, thank you so much, this is incredible. And it's really heartwarming to see, right? But also the guys who like, stop advertising Poland, I also understand what they mean. So what can we tell these guys that we're not advertising Poland? We are not inviting, violent people or immigrants, or we're not opening, the floodgate. So what can we tell them?
There's this saying in Poland, mądrego nie przekonasz, głupiemu nie przetłumaczysz, which means the smart person you cannot convince, and the stupid person, like you cannot also turn aside. So, well, you ask me, what can we say to those haters?
They're not haters. I mean,
We
they're
can
just
all,
scared.
well, we will do like this. Hi guys, we're gonna keep on doing this. I know you liked it. I know you're gonna watch it because you're the biggest supporters.
Now they're gonna...
Haters are the biggest supporters. Remember this.
No, I mean, I feel for them. Like our guest, Blue Magic, he said, if you encounter some kind of backlash or even hate, I don't like the word hate because it's very strong. He said you have to show some empathy and try to understand these people. And I do understand them. I personally, I am from Morocco. I'm an immigrant. I do not like what I see, for example, in France or in Germany, because if I want to go to France, I want to experience the French culture. I want to see, French elements. And I do understand that fear because it's your right to be home, to feel home, to be safe. Unfortunately, there are some people, who are fear-mongering, trying to create this division between the population so they can easily rule them, increase the taxes and all. It's a different episode, it's different podcast. So I truly feel for these people. And I'm telling them, I don't advertise Poland because I want to become like Germany. I advertise because I am paying respect to this country. Because as we spoke, when you interviewed me, I said I came to Poland when I was lost and looking for my next adventure in life.
And
Poland
you found home here.
showed me that. It embraced me as one of it because I truly believe that deep down, true Poles are welcoming, are hospitable,
Yes, sir.
and are
Yes, sir.
honorable. And they would never say such thing because I do that. So that's why I'm never affected. You can keep hating on me. You can keep telling me to go back home. it never touches me, because I know I've been doing this game for 15 years or so. I know how the online game works, so it doesn't bother me. But at the same time, I feel for them. I understand them. And trust me, guys, it's not easy to come to Poland. Trust me. Poland will always decide who's going to come and who doesn't.